But you know what? I can make it a little bit easier, and I can make that when it comes to actually knocking out those wrinkles that we get in our clothes, you know, probably every time we do our laundry. And it's with this, the Singer Electronic Steam Press. Now, I am gonna be the first to tell you, I do not iron. I do not like to iron. It's one of the things I like to do least in the house. I don't like to iron and I don't like to mop. I'll pretty much do anything else. But what's great about this steam press is that instead of using one iron and going back and forth to knock out the wrinkles, you're using the equivalent space of 14 irons, 7 on the bottom because of the space that this gives you, and 7 along the top. And with the equivalent of 14 irons, and just pulling the lid closed for a couple of seconds, you are pressing, steam pressing your clothing. Well, or actually it could be anything. It could be your clothes. It could be your sheets. You know, if you're somebody who likes typically to have nice, freshly ironed looking sheets, but you know ironing a sheet is kind of difficult to do without getting it wrinkled all over again. How about using all of this space and using the steam press? Maybe you're somebody who, whether it's your curtains, your drapery panels, or let's say you're a sewer. This is something, and I know that when you saw Singer, if you do like to sew, you probably were instantly thinking, oh, that's right, when I'm sewing my projects, my clothes, and I need to make sure that everything's straight. I need to make sure that those seams are laying down flat so I'll know where to sew. This is a great and easy way for you to do that. Now, on the top, where you pull down this lid, you've got all of your sort of very simple and easy instructions, or it's sort of like your dashboard. Your power, you can use steam or not, because there might be some materials that you don't want to use steam for, but you still have the heat to knock the wrinkles out. You can see there's a nylon setting, there's silk, we've got wool, cotton, and even linen. And you can dial up the level of heat and the level of steam that you want to use or not. It is very simple. You can see how easy this is. You determine how you want it to be. When you're not using this, you can click that lock button, and then you can't lift the lid, which is great, so that you don't have to worry about, it's a great safety feature. You don't have to worry about anything happening to that. But when you are ready to use that one, you can just turn it, lift that lid, put your material in there, and you're ready to go. There's also another safety feature here that I like, and it's safety not just for the person who's using it, but for the garments that you're putting in. There is an alarm, so to speak. So if you have, as a matter of fact, it's an electric alarm, and it sounds every 10 seconds if the lid is left down. And that ensures that the fabrics are not on the heating plate too long. So you can't, that's not the case if you're ironing something, because if you're ironing and you get distracted, or you look away, or you realize that the iron has been left down a little bit too long, what happens? You lift it up and you've got a burn there. If that happens with this, in 10 seconds, no matter what, this is gonna give you an alarm. So you'll know, oh, it's been down too long, let me lift it up. In most cases, as you get used to using this, you'll know you pull this down, you keep it down for a couple of seconds, you lift it up, and you've got a nice, easy way to knock the wrinkles out and have all of your fabrics nice and smooth and quick and easy in that way. And we're talking denims, we're talking as thick as denims and as thin and delicate as silk. Anybody, any material can use this. I mentioned that no steam option, so you can operate this sort of like as a dry press if you wanted to do that, which is gonna be very easy as well. And this is effortless. It knocks out the wrinkles. It can put in creases because of the way you've got the pressure from the top of the lid. If you're somebody who likes all of your slacks and pants and shirts to have creases in the right place, you have the power to do that here. You can see where you've got your water, and you can put a lot of water in there too. So you can get a lot of fabrics pressed and steam pressed and just looking perfect Very quick and very simple. This is a customer pick on hsn.com as well. And if you wanted to read the reviews, you could do that. You could log on and read the reviews. But I'll tell you, this is an easy way to have your clothes and your fabrics looking just like you picked them up from the dry cleaner, only you did it yourself. Now, we will have a full presentation of this coming up.